Try to come back, they popping your tires. Hold up. 100 round. Feeling like I'm on team. Playing both sides of you. Shot on your friends. I've been going crazy. Shot. I've been in the deep end. She not in the scene. She tryna go. I just been tripping out. Just holding out the level shot. I got it on their toes. I put the on the road. She tryna. Oh, hold up. I got this me. She tryna show me something. Hold up. I got flows for days. Ain't on nothing. Me and my bro like that. You know we on one. We in the spot going crazy until the sun up. You worried about that? I chose up. All in the kitchen can't get the cold up. Nigga like they know it. Double O cactus that we told us. Switch out the baddie, get rolled up. Everything hit, everything. Yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, yeah. It's so
One album is getting kinda hectic.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Green Bay Packers. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as you'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Let's go. Blue 32. Ready?
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And managed to break a tackle and hit this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
33, yellow, set.
To throw now, here's one. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Set. 60 red. 60 red. Hut.
Now Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. looking to put a drive together. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Ready up. Ultra. Here we ready.
They'll run on first down with Hubbard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring out the 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Set. Ready. 45. White. Red. Yellow. Set.
Young working out of the gun. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Ready, ready. 50.
On play action. Love to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Working out of the gun. Love. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Ready. Fight. 97. Down. Hut, hut.
Love now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they move the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. You look at this Packers defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Power against power. Something's got to give. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, go field. 33, yellow.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Ready?
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Packers have 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready, ready, set.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
17, here we go. White, 10 black. Hut.
Love looking to throw it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. His guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Black 40.
Young now from the 50. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defensive player with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Young. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now. The field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pass caught, that's Golden. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. Second down and 6 now.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Here's Love. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up third down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Come on, set. Ready.
Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Black.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Again, you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
On the double.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here we go. 52 blue. Hut.
Looking to throw, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll find McMillan here. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
52. Let's go now. 50. Green. Set. Hut.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett. Touchdown, Carolina! And Xavier Leggett, 32 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Ready.
Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two. And Young's going to throw for this. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Throwing. Love. That's taken in by Golden. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here we go. Here we go. 43 rail. Ready?
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43. Hut.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To throw, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Still going inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards.
Ready.
Hubbard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
When this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Flat, 95. Hut.
Now Young. 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Ready.
The Panthers will line up for the
33.
2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
23. Sam Martin set to kick
So
off.
after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Love, he's going to change the play here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where they started. Fourth down, Young. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Young. That one complete to again. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Ready. Let's go.
Now here's Young. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Sanders. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready. 10 black. Trail green. Black shot. Green jack. Hut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
95. Ready.
Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Xavier Legette with an amazing diving catch. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd and 6.
Set, ready. Set.
To throw now. Here's Love. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go now. Blue striker. 60 red. 60.
Now Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hut.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he fires one, but incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
10 black. Ready?
Love now. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the fourth down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Young now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Ready?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
33, yellow. Shot.
Well, Love wants to shift things around.
Fight, 97. Hut.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Down. Ready?
Here's Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Blue, 32.
On third and goal, they're going to run the option. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Hey, go steal.
Young. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now on second down. Dalton. Into the hands of Sanders. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's Dalton. And make him 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. 25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Packers,
They're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.